scent. That was hit pretty well, Tommy.
It's low left. For one that feels low left, that feels pretty good.
Nice shot. So that feel, Tommy, comes from the fact, and we obviously we're going to put some B-roll off. That is impressive. Another one, a little toey. Wow,
I love that. I love. Look at the optimizer. Look at the optimizer.
I think we just need to get a set, Tom.
Cool. Thanks, Ping.
Well done, Ping.
My friend.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, bud. How are you?
It's embargo day.
It is.
Yes.
Our friends at Ping have very kindly got us. We're filming this before embargo day. Who would have thought? Have very kindly got us their new product, right?
Yes.
First thing we're going to look at today, PING I240 iron.
The new iron, I240.
Yeah.
This is pretty exciting.
Yeah. We love Ping. Well, I love Ping. Big science guy. I love a company that loves to throw themselves into designing the best possible product.
They spend more on engineering than other companies spend on marketing.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah. So
that's their saying. They love that.
They take that budget for marketing and they're just like, no, we're going to build a product.
No, we don't worry about marketing. We're just going to produce the best iron we can.
Okay.
Through R&D.
Okay, so PING I240, it is a very different looking iron to the I230.
Yes.
The back of that iron.
We'll do the B-roll.
Yeah. You'll be able to see this as we're talking about it.
It's completely different.
Completely different look and feel. They've done some really cool things though. The nameplate, the branding badge, classic Ping.
Redesigned?
Yeah, and they've made it 8.5 grams lighter so that they can have more weight to redistribute through the head.
So it's all about discretionary weight. It's all about putting weight where it needs to be.
And discretionary weight is?
Just moving weight from areas to the bottom to get this thing launching.
Cool. Giving themselves more room to play with.
Yeah.
So
nothing's wasted, everything's used.
They have an insert, right? They call it elastomer. Elastomer.
Yep.
It sits in the club face. They reckon it's going to give you more MOI, 2.5% higher. And the big part of why that's there is it's going to bring the ball flight up.
Yeah, so it's all about, this iron's all about, tour inspired.
Yep.
Nice and thin, looks great on the ground.
And for those of us playing at home, Tour Inspire is about look, right?
Yeah.
It looks like
blueprint.
But they're trying to make it look like a tour head.
Blueprint-esque.
But it might be for a player that needs a bit more ball speed and a bit more launch.
I think typically we'll probably see this iron from 7 iron through to 4 or 3.
Ah, so you reckon people are going to use this as part of a blended bag?
Yeah, blended bag, get a bit more launch, get a bit more ball speed.
So
a bit more forgiveness. There's other companies out there doing that with their irons.
What I'm hearing is, Tom, you might really like the look of the Blueprint series.
Yes.
This might help you get the longer irons in the air, and we know you have a problem with hitting your long irons anyway.
Correct.
Okay.
Comes with a standard NS Pro.
Yeah, so Nippon NS Pro shaft.
So reg, stiff, and X.
Cool, and that's like the standard offering?
Standard offering. The reg's 108 gram, the stiff's 109.
Yep.
And the X, I believe, is 110.
Yep.
Not much weight difference, but obviously the profiles change a little bit.
Yeah, one of the other things I really like about what Ping are doing is they have 3 loft classifications.
Yes.
So, and I believe you order these as standard rather than bending them, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So we have standard, which is what we've got today. A standard 7 iron is 33 degrees.
Yes.
That is, I would say that's neither strong nor weak. Kind of, they're trying to have that sit in the middle.
It's where everybody's sort of heading without going too strong.
They have power, which is kind of their like strong loft, I suppose.
Yep.
That sits at 31.5, so 1.5 degrees stronger.
Yes.
Have I done that maths right?
Yeah.
And then they have retro, and retro is 35 degrees of loft. So
it's a traditional 7 iron loft.
Yeah, and with a higher launch head and that elastomer in the head, we're expecting that is going to be for a very low launch player, or maybe a slower speed player who needs a lot of help getting in the air, or maybe somebody who's really quick and wants a bit more spin with those longer irons.
Absolutely.
Should we give them a go?
I'm pretty excited to see you hit this.
Yeah. I'm not excited. You've taken away all the numbers I like to see, like path and face. But we're going to have a look at club speed, spin rate, carry, and the big one for us, I think, today is going to be land angle and height.
Land angle and height, because this is what this iron's all about.
Yeah.
Let's have a go.
Holding more greens.
We're obviously going to hit something to warm up, Tommy.
Yep, and we've got standard length and we got a black dot, which is standard lie. So be patient with me because this is a little shorter and 1 degree flatter than what I normally play. So if I make a meal of it, please be gentle.
You won't make a meal of it.
I hope not.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to get back in my...
You go get in the what do they call it in Star Trek? Where does he stand?
The dock.
Spock? Yeah, you get, not Spock, the captain. You go stand in the dock.
I'm back.
Okay,
I'm back where I belong.
Shall I hit a few that don't matter before we do anything?
It doesn't matter. We're just warming up. Let me do a little tag here, warm up.
And then we can get rid of those.
Okay.
Oh, back cracked.
It's great that we've taken away any
It isn't.
numbers for you to stop fiddling.
So,
First impressions, Tommy.
first impressions are, I think I hit some mud off someone's shoe. Because that club face didn't have mud on it before, and now it does. My first impressions are, immediately there's a little bit of offset on that club.
Yep.
That makes me feel like it's going to go left. That is also me immediately panicking to the ball flight I've just seen. So like grain of salt, you know?
Yeah, right.
I like the head, it looks really compact.
First swing of the day carried 162 metres.
Yeah. The head's compact and it sounds really good. We've brought a different mic in on a camera because I wasn't happy with how the contact sounded in some of the lapel mic clips.
Sound is feel.
Hopefully you get a better feel
Yep.
for the sound.
Okay. Like it.
That's toey, but that's not bad. Launch is good, 16.
Yeah, it's doing what it's meant to do already, and you are just warming up, Tom, which is quite nice.
It's so high.
Yeah, it is high, isn't it?
Oh, I'm panicking less about it going left as well because it's a very soft shaft.
You've hit 2 shots.
And when I hit soft shafts, they go left. We know that. That's the pattern.
Well, it's a stiff, isn't it? Yep. Now, the first thing I've noticed is...
So much better.
The height, but I'm really liking the sound of it.
Mate.
Well, like we're in an indoor environment. So traditionally in an indoor environment, I think some companies struggle indoors because the noise bounces off the walls and whatever.
Yeah.
This is quite a soft sound already indoors to other clubs I've had been hit inside the studio. So,
Yeah, and Ping normally have a very distinct sound.
yeah.
Like they're kind of known for how their clubs, particularly driver and putter sound.
Looking down, it's got that nice aqua pearl finishes they use. That obviously that finish that gets rid of moisture off the grooves. You know,
and that face performs really well in wet weather tests, doesn't it? It holds its spin better.
Yeah. So I think everybody knows by now if you're playing early mornings or you've got moisture on the face, it really plays havoc with the spin rate on the ball.
And I'm an early morning guy. I play early, so that's something that's worth thinking about for me. Really interesting things for me so far. Height is high for me. Ball speed is high for me. Spin is reasonable, and that's not quick for me yet. So like that's pretty scary.
Pretty good.
Just getting going.
It's pretty good.
Oh.
Starting to warm up. Now they're claiming this new face. You're working on technique already. I love this.
I'm just trying to get a better feel of where the club is.
Yeah, okay.
Shaft is a little different to what I play.
So Ping's claiming that this is like a 11% tighter dispersion than the previous model.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of trying to hit it
with
straight
robot testing and all the stuff they use with Ping Man in Phoenix in Arizona, 11% tighter dispersion. So that's a good thing.
Our swing robot's not quite that good.
Yeah, well, my swing robot leaks a bit of oil.
One thing that I've not had before that I actually really like is the bottom groove is white. I'll throw a clip in for you.
So the reason they do that, Tom, Ping, and I love this from
Yeah.
Ping, they do this in their irons, is it helps you align.
And we know I have alignment issues.
90% of the people I coach have alignment issues.
This is me on course, you know.
Yeah, so I think that's good.
Okay. Shall I keep hitting?
Yeah, let's hit a couple more and then away we go. So we've got a club that they're claiming that's 11% tighter in dispersion.
And And like that's a. Can we see impact on that? That's a cold toe ball.
Yeah,
Sorry to
that
interrupt you.
That wasn't great. Let's have a look at impact off the toe.
It's not that bad.
That's
where
pretty good.
that's gone is not that bad.
It's pretty good. We're going to hit one more.
Yeah, and then I'm going to hit 5 or so.
And moving the discretionary weight around, there's a little bump in MOI in this iron compared to the other one. So up about 2.5%. That was hit pretty well,
I
Tommy.
think it's low left, but it felt good.
Yeah, the clubhead speed's probably coming up a little bit there.
Oh, see that for one that feels low left, that feels pretty good.
Did that feel hooky to you?
Yeah, big hook.
And that went
170.
You've hit a bullet. All right.
Just face.
Okay, so we're feeling reasonably warm.
You took my club path 100%.
Yeah, I did. I took your club path away.
Okay, should I hit 5 at like a more full speed? Now
Okay, so we've got 5 shots here, and we're going to talk about what happens. But already I can see that.
That's the highest ball speed I've seen with the 7 iron, I think 128.
Okay. Okay, so it's performing.
Now,
really,
if you watch
really
our
well.
content regularly, like don't quote me on that. That's just that number looks alarmingly high to me.
The bit I like is that we've got you in a shaft that everything you've tested is not the shaft for you.
Yeah.
And the height is pretty good. The landing angle's pretty good, and the launch isn't bad.
So, like, I personally don't love this Nippon shaft in the X. So this is one flex down for me, and I'm not hitting it that bad.
You're nailing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 of them.
Yep. Nice shot.
I feel
So that feel, Tommy, comes from the fact, and we're going to put some B-roll off. That is impressive. Wow, that's very impressive.
Sorry, what I'm laughing at
let's have a look.
What I'm
We've hit
laughing
that
at
in the
is
middle.
some
Let's
numbers.
look at the numbers. Now we should be able to see that, but
Yeah, you'll get it.
clubhead speed, beautiful spin rate.
Yeah,
Look at that ball speed, mate.
130 with a 7 iron is stupid.
Yeah,
And there's like, look at the peak height's high,
Yeah,
31.
it's very, very good.
Launch is okay. What do we say? We want half the loft in launch.
Yeah.
So at 15 degrees, launch is okay. Could be a little higher on the optimizer.
So anybody's ever been in a TrackMan facility, you can see that here.
Yeah.
It's all pretty good so far.
Yeah. And
Okay,
spin loft.
that's a mid-launch.
Spin loft, that gets fixed if my face isn't shut.
Yep.
So does launch. So does
Here
spin.
comes the technique.
So does height.
Yeah.
So watch me leave this 130 right.
Yeah.
No, I'm
okay.
kidding. A couple more.
So while you're hitting, this
Yeah.
lighter cavity that we're talking about in the back. Okay.
There we go.
So this lighter cavity in the back, they've saved 8.5 grams, and they've pushed that into that elastomer in the bottom of the club.
Yeah.
So it's injected molded.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll see on the head there, if you look at the toe, Tommy, there's a screw
Yeah.
in the toe. And
that-
you'll see there are other companies out there that do this
Yeah.
in different ways. But
I thought this was a design thing, but it's not. It's
yeah.
a function thing.
No, and I think the thing about Ping is everything they put on their clubs
Is there for a reason.
is there for function. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So the bending notch that people ask about all the time, all right, that white line at the bottom, the extra groove, everything, the finish on the club, everything Ping do is in the pursuit of better performance,
So
not sexiness on the shelf.
So the notch is to make them easy to bend?
Yeah, so the notch is the bending notch. So every time Ping move, they work with color codes. All right? This is in black
Yep.
because it's their standard iron.
Yep.
Every time they move something, they want to bend it from the same spot.
Yeah.
Other companies out there just have the hosel,
Just bend it.
and then they get when they go to different places to get bent, the weakness wouldn't be that bending notch. All right, so people will bend it from different areas, so it's not as precise. So that bending notch is the weak point, so they can bend it from the same spot every time. It's brilliant.
That is
They're engineers.
and standardizing variables. Oh, stop
Yeah,
it.
that's right up your
Makes
alley.
that makes me
Tommy.
feel nice.
Yeah.
So I've left one a little right, trying to
Yep.
overcorrect the launch and things. We hit another 3. Hey.
So super soft feeling club. It's a 431 stainless cast body. All right,
Yeah.
so it's going to last forever.
What is that? What is stainless
Well,
and cast?
you
What
can
does
go
that mean?
you can go like a forged, all right, and they'll wear out.
Yeah.
But this cast body, the way it's all set up and creating that softness
Yeah.
and that sound,
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be that forged, okay?
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. It feels soft. It also feels like it's hitting the screen like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's coming out hot.
Yeah. Oh, it's so left.
It's a little left.
We're playing army golf at the moment.
Okay.
All right, a couple more.
Did that have anything to do with you looking at your spin rate and your path number and trying to adjust on the run?
I actually think I just let my hands go there. I think I just got lazy.
Yeah. Why don't we just hit one?
Well, I was
down
actually
that line over the yellow dot.
I was trying to do that, you know.
Yeah.
That's toey, but it's better.
Pretty good.
That's a good toe ball.
The bit I like. So the bit I like, you nearly missed.
Can we see impact there?
All right. So if we look at these, all these numbers have been great. All right. I just want to show the one before that as well, Tommy, if I can.
Yeah, of course.
The one where you dragged. All right. Shut everything down. Ball speed's obviously up. Launch was down, but the spin rate
is pretty
didn't
good.
disappear.
We don't lose too much height either over here.
Yeah. So that club is really working for you.
And that's the one I just hit. That's the toe.
You just hit. Yeah, that was the toe.
And can we just look at the toe? Yeah, what was the carry number on the toe?
So, yeah, absolutely. Good question. The carry number is, there we go, 156. Nearly missed it.
It's a little short, but it's straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle,
which is something I'd kill a man for.
Yeah, it's
straight down the middle on a miss hit.
It's not a push fade, as you would say.
10 cents.
Another one, a little toey.
It's good.
Wow,
I love that. I love
look at
the optimizer. Look at the optimizer.
Okay, little toey. All right. I don't.
Blue lights, baby.
We haven't had an iron perform this well.
We haven't been to Ping yet for
Not even
the bag.
close. Yeah.
And this isn't even the right shaft.
This is just what they provided us, not your length.
This is like the only built club we could get before embargo date.
Yeah.
And it's doing that.
Maybe that is your spec.
That's terrible. Am I stiff and flat?
Maybe everybody else is wrong.
In that, cool.
That's very...
Can I hit one more for the averages so we can take the hook out? Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Oh, I would kill. Look at that ball flight.
That is very nice, Tommy.
We love that. We love that.
I think we just need to get a set, Tom. Again. Okay, so let's take the flat hook out, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so it was this one here?
Maybe just throw the tracer on.
Let's have a look at the tracer.
Next one.
It was next one, wasn't it? Sorry,
that
yeah.
one.
So let's take that out.
That flat hook doesn't even look that bad.
It's okay.
It's a high hook.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, so if we look at, here we are here. We've
just
gone,
get out of the way of that, yeah.
Yeah. So if I bring this over here, hopefully, this is the average. That's what you've averaged. All right?
So correct me if I'm wrong, the averages are smack bang in the middle of the optimizer.
Exactly where you should be on average. Okay? And if we want to be more specific with that, obviously we can go to here. All right? And I'll just move this to your impact zone.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So a little short. If it's a little longer, the club, like I'm playing half a degree long, that probably moves my impact from a little bit off the toe back towards the heel a tiny bit.
Absolutely.
So like there's some levers we can pull to get me better strike.
So you averaged 168.9 carry.
Yeah.
Okay, 6,200 spin.
Yeah.
Your ball speed 127.
Yeah.
Launching 16.5. Height almost 32 metres.
Yeah.
Land angle 48 degrees, 48.2. And we go back to obviously there.
Yeah.
This club has performed better than any club we've tested.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
At standard.
At standard.
Yeah.
Now, once we pulled some levers with some of the other clubs we've been using for Battle for the Bag.
Yeah.
We've seen launch come up. We've seen land angle a little higher.
A little higher. Exactly.
I don't know about you. I'm expecting if we get a fitting kit for this, we tinker with length. We tinker with lie angle, we tinker with flex, and we can tinker with shaft and launch.
Yeah.
We can probably have that launch angle set a little higher and that land angle sit better. And then I have a really problematic decision to make.
Well, that's right. I suppose for those people out there, and there are those people out there that just, you know what, I'm a Nippon person, and I know I'm a stiff or an X, and they can just get them straight off the shelf. Not that Ping's about that, but stock standard for you, nothing's performed close to that.
Yeah, so if you took my clubs away and I had to buy a club off the shelf,
you'd be very happy with that, wouldn't you?
I can absolutely make that work.
Yeah,
with no changes.
Interestingly enough, that's the stiff, not the X.
Yeah. And I reckon,
Yep.
like it's 4 degrees outside. I'll show you the thermometer in my car. It's disgusting.
Yep.
It's very early.
It's very cold.
I've hit a couple of balls.
Yeah.
There's probably more in the tank, so I'm really interested if we put me in a shaft and I really get going. What number are we what are we going to get out of these?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
And the launch is the big one. We know, me personally, I really struggle with launching my long irons. There's a whole YouTube series about how we're trying to fix that. This might be the answer in the long irons.
I think so. Well, it's performing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just here to test it, aren't we? That's our job.
Like, at the end of the day, we do this for fun because we're interested in what's coming out. We want to help you guys make decisions about what you might buy.
Yeah.
What it means is, unfortunately, I keep buying new gear.
No, very good.
Okay, awesome.
Right. We've got something else to test after this, but that'll be a completely different
But
video,
like,
won't it?
seriously impressed.
Yeah.
And this might mean 4, 5, 6, probably 7 based on that.
Yeah.
I get to play these. And then 8, 9 pitching wedge. I can play like a blueprinty thing.
Blueprint S.
People can go, oh, you a gamer? I go, not really, but my clubs look good.
It's launching well.
Very excited. The prospect of a combo set is pretty cool.
You know what's nice?
What?
And I can say this now that it's finished.
Yeah.
Is that when you first got that and you put it on the ground,
yeah,
you went, oh, I'm not sure if I like the look of this.
Yeah. I was really unsure about offset.
Yeah. It's not hugely offset, but compared to what you're currently using.
I'm tempted to buy like a white out and give myself a white bottom groove on my own clubs. I really like that.
How long
That's
do you reckon
really
it'll
nice.
last? Just at the...
You just fill it in. I don't need the bottom groove spin.
Shot.
No, I just want the alignment aid.
Yeah, I like it.
Ping.
Well done.
Gary, I'm coming.
Gary from Ping.
You watch out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love this.
Well done.
Cool. Thanks, Ping.
Well done, Ping.